What if your dog's shadow wasn't quite right? Imagine glancing over and instead of a familiar canine silhouette, you see something unmistakably human. This isn't just a trick of the light, it's a subtle shift that could turn your beloved pet into something profoundly unsettling. Would you still see your best friend? It starts innocently, the way most strange things do. A camera recording a normal life, sunlight through the window, the soft patting of paws on kitchen tiles. Your dog chases a ball, panting happily, tail thumping against the wall. You laugh, reach down to scratch behind its ears. It leans into your hand, warm and alive, a heartbeat you know better than your own. Everything is so normal, it's almost boring. Later that evening, you toss the ball again. The dog runs across the room, nails clicking on the floor. The lamp casts a bright, steady glow. For a second, the shadow on the wall doesn't match the motion. It lags just a fraction of a second, but enough for your brain to notice. You blink, adjust the lamp, laugh to yourself. Weird light, you say. Old bulb. The kind of moment you forget before you finish your next sentence. Except, later that night, you see it again. You're brushing your teeth, watching your reflection in the bathroom mirror when your dog walks by behind you. The body moves naturally, head swaying, tail wagging. But on the wall behind it, the shape that follows stands taller, straighter. For an instant, it looks like a person bending forward to whisper. You turn around fast. There's nothing, just your dog, tilting its head, curious why you stopped. Moving, you exhale and let it go. It's late. You're tired. By morning, there's a message on every local station. A calm, confident voice speaking through the static. This is a county emergency broadcast. Please, remain calm and stay indoors. Local authorities are investigating a visual anomaly reported in several neighborhoods. Residents are advised to avoid direct light sources and to monitor pets for unusual behavior. This message will repeat. You listen, uneasy but not afraid. After all, broadcasts exaggerate things. You pet your dog, who presses close against your leg. For a moment, you think maybe everything's fine, maybe people are overreacting. But as the day passes, the air feels heavier. Something about the sunlight seems wrong too. Sharp, too white. You notice your dog avoiding the window. When you toss the ball again, it doesn't chase it. Instead, it stares at the shadow of your arm on the floor, eyes tracking the outline of your hand as if waiting for it to move first. By evening, the emergency voice has changed tone. Owners have reported independent motion of pet shadows. It says careful, professional, but trembling just enough to notice. In some cases, the shadows appear to respond before the animal moves. Residents are urged to stay calm. Do not film the anomaly. Do not speak to it. You change the channel. Every station repeats the same message. Some repeat halfway through, cutting off mid-sentence. You hear scratching at the back door, low whining, and when you check, your dog is asleep on the couch, but its shadow is standing up. You freeze. The light flickers once. When it returns, the shadow has corrected itself, curled small and harmless beside the sleeping shape. You turn off the lamp and leave the room. Your heart beats in your ears all night. The next morning, the dog refuses to enter the kitchen. It stops at the doorway and growls, not at you, but at the wall behind you. There's nothing there. You reach for the switch to flood the room with light, but something stops you. The air feels charged, humming faintly. You close the door instead. The growling stops, and when you open the door, again the room smells faintly of iron. That afternoon, another broadcast. The same official voice now. Slower, owners may notice discrepancies in their pets' shadows. Some have observed upright forms, human in posture. Do not approach the animal. Do not attempt to comfort it. It may not recognize you. You sit on the couch, clutching the remote. The dog sits across from you, motionless. It watches the blank television screen, as if something were playing there. You think about how many times you've called its name today. 3 times, maybe 4. Each time it turned its head slower, as if remembering the sound instead of reacting to it. The voice on TV continues, softer now. In some affected homes, the shadows remain even after the dogs are gone. They are seen standing near walls, in doorways, or beneath lamps. Avoid looking directly at them. They move. When noticed, the broadcast ends abruptly. The screen cuts to static. Behind you, the dog sighs a deep, slow exhale that sounds almost human. You turn. The dog is lying down, eyes half closed, but the shadow is sitting upright, one hand resting on the wall, fingers too long, head tilted just slightly toward you. You back away. The room darkens. The static from the television shifts in tone, a low, rhythmic sound, like breathing. You can't bring yourself to turn it off. The dog's tail moves once, a slow wag, the shadows. Hand slides down the wall. Hours pass, or maybe minutes. There's another broadcast, but the voice is different. This time urgent, breaking. Do not leave your home. Do not turn on additional lights. The shadows are, no longer dependent on their hosts. They can move independently. Repeat. They can move. The signal cuts off. Outside it's too quiet. No cars, no voices, just the sound of wind and a faint scratching under the door. You whisper your dog's name before you can stop yourself. The scratching stops. Silence. Then something stands on. The other side of the doorway, shifting, breath slow and careful. The light from under the crack dims as if something large is blocking it. You step back, heart hammering. You can see its outline pressed against the woodlong arms, a bowed head, and the familiar curl of a tail that isn't really a tail anymore. You retreat to the living room. The television flickers back on, unprompted. The voice on the broadcast sounds closer now, as though it's in the house with you. It whispers almost gently. If your dog's shadow looks like a human, it remembers you. It knows your name. Do not speak. Do not. The feed collapses into a single tone. The dog is gone. You know it before you look. The collar sits on the couch, cold metal catching the light, but the shadow still lies curled on the rug, tail flicking once, twice, like it's dreaming. You watch it for a long time, afraid to blink. The shape shifts, slowly rising to its feet. It's taller now, stretched thin across the wall. Shoulders rounded, neck too long. It steps forward once towards you, even though there's nothing to cast it anymore. You stumble back into the kitchen. The air is thick, pressing close, and you feel the warmth of breath that isn't yours at your ear. You reach for the light switch, your hand shaking. The shadow reaches. You stop. Its fingers hover beside yours, pale imitations of your movements. It doesn't touch you, not yet. It just waits. It's copying you perfectly now. Every hesitation, every tremble, you realize with a sick jolt that it's not mimicking you at all. It's remembering, it's practicing. The light flickers once, then dies. Completely. You can't see the walls anymore, only its outline standing in the dark. You whisper your dog's name again before you can stop yourself. A second later, the thing whispers it back, not in your voice, not in the dog's, but in something stretched between the two. You can't tell which side of the light you're standing on anymore.